Hey everyone, it's Takoyaki's. Hope you're all doing well. Today we will be unboxing the Space Cables laser coiled cable that I purchased from Drop, and my very first GMK keycap set, one that I had my eyes on for over a year, the GMK Pulse Mitolet. Just to get this out of the way, if you get a GMK set, you might want to consider getting another case for it, as the tray is composed of potato starch, which can attract insects, namely the silverfish. So if you live in an especially humid area, that is something to look out for. Otherwise, I think the packaging looks awesome, especially since I'm used to seeing keycaps stuffed in a plain brown box. Let's open up the box from Space Cables first. As we open this, I just wanted to give a big shout out to Reagan from Space Cables for generously sending a cable to the Reddit user Ketracel White, who initially exposed Stunt Cable's shady business practices. They initially weren't accepting cables from anyone because they didn't feel like they deserved anything. But I managed to convince them that it's okay to accept because people were trying to help right a wrong. Plus, they still didn't know what a good quality cable was, and that would have been a shame. And yes, when they got their cable in the mail, they were very happy with it. So again, Reagan, thank you so much. So, in the box, you have the Aviator cable, which perfectly matches the purple in the Mitolet keycap set, a sticker, and the coiled cable. It looks great. The coils near the ends weren't loose, the coil widths were all consistent. I just love that vibrant color. On the website, the cable images looked perfect, and in person, they looked exactly the same as the website images, which says a lot about their quality control. And the heat shrink was clean and very thin. This is important for those with keyboards with tight connection tolerances. I also appreciated the fact that the heat shrink went over the edge of the overmold. Nice attention to detail. And on the other end, no glue sticking out of the shrink wrap, and the Aviator connector looked clean and polished. No grease or glue stains in sight. Similarly, the female Aviator and USB-A end look great. You can really see how thin the shrink wrap is. Look at it, it's basically the same width as the plug. And here, as you can see, it passes the coil retention test with flying colors. I was very happy with this cable, and yeah, with this I can see why Space Cables is one of the top cable makers in the community. Alright, now moving on to unboxing the GMK Pulse Mitolet set. The tray is protected by plastic shrink wrap, and the front cover is just this flimsy cardboard piece which, once the shrink wrap comes off, doesn't do a great job of keeping all of the keycaps in place. This was my fault though.
How about a magic trick?
GMK keycaps are the most expensive and sought after in the community. And honestly, now I can see why. They're made of 1.5mm thick ABS plastic, and the legend detail you get is top tier. I actually wasn't sure what kind of texture to expect, but they have a slightly gritty texture to it, not as much as what you'd get from a PBT material keycap though. The texture can wear off after some heavy use, sometimes under a year, so that's something to consider if the surface texture is the most important consideration for you. But what you're paying for isn't necessarily just the texture, it's the unparalleled quality, legend clarity, and the improved acoustics you get from putting this on your keyboard. Alright, let's get these Drop MT3 black on white keycaps off of my tofu. I gotta say, it looks really good. I had a smile on my face the whole time, finally seeing the keycaps I've been eyeing for over a year, finally on my own build. And with the Space Cables laser Aviator cable, the Artisan Labs wrist rest, and the Mito Godspeed desk mat, The whole space/galaxy unified aesthetic was complete. And now, let's find out how the keyboard sounds with lubed and filmed drop Holy Pandas. So, my impressions after typing on a GMK keycap set for the first time. I loved it. After trying out SA, XDA, OEM, and MT3 profile keycaps, I definitely feel the most comfortable typing on these, the Cherry profile. Not to mention, they sound great. I had no idea how much of a difference a quality keycap set could make on acoustics until now. I'm hooked. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for dropping by, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe everyone, and see you in the next one.